to Sue Watkins on the way in.
I'll tell you, Gary, what an honor to follow her, and we're a few years behind the tour. Their event with ours. We're only been at 4 years, not 40. But I was just saying that they do such a good job. Our family comes over here every year. We drive through. Our kids just love the lights, and that'll be an exciting time.
Again, with Morrison Community Hospital here for the foundation, the fourth annual holiday tour of homes. So fill us in on what's all going to take place, Mick.
Well, what's going to happen, Gary, is people that we have a lot of repeat business on this, and so we have a Friday afternoon. We go from 2 o'clock to 7 p.m., and then Saturday we do 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., kind of a shorter window there, but we want to have people tour in order to go to the Christmas walk in Morrison that evening. So we don't want to impede upon that, but they will buy tickets, and they get these little tickets with boxes on them, and it tells them the address of all of the homes. In addition to that, they also get a map to show them where all of the homes are located and how to get there. And they go into the homes. Each one of these are a little bit different style of home, and they're offering some different ideas that guests can walk through and really get some neat ideas to decorate their own homes.
So do people clamor to be a part of this tour of homes, Mick?
We actually have 2 homes lined up for next year already.
Okay.
So I guess I would say, Gary, last year was a little unique. We had a couple of things that kind of arose where we had to get some last-minute changes, but the homes that jumped in really did a good job.
So now the home owners, I would imagine they are there and they are welcoming the guests as they walk through.
They do. In most cases, they do. Now, one of the homes, the couple's actually going to be gone, and they're entrusting their home with our foundation board, but they've remodeled their home, and they just really want to show it off. It's a showcase. It's beautiful inside, and so they want to show that off, and so they won't be there. But I know that, for example, Barb Cophammer is a local realtor in Morrison, is on our hospital board, and Barb built a B&B that she designed over by the new dog park in Morrison. And so she wants to showcase that so people can come through and see if they'd like to rent that, for a night or two if they have overflow guests into their home. And so what a better way to do that but to decorate it for Christmas, and we're going to assist her in doing that.
I think a realtor would know how to show a home.
She's really good at it.
Yeah.
And the neat thing about it is there's a gal that works for her named Hannah Daniel, and her husband Jimmy. They're also going to show their home. And so they renovated it as well. And so they want to show that. And I was talking to Hannah, and she said, Mick, if somebody walks through my home and they say, this is a home we'd love to own, they make the right price, it's sold.
Again, visiting with Mick Welding, Morrison Community Hospital. Now, besides the tour of the homes, there's other activities, right, Mick?
There is. We do silent auction. What we always like to do, Gary, is after the folks have toured these homes, they can come back to the hospital, sit in their conference room, enjoy some beverages, of course, hot chocolate, hot cider, hot coffee, those types of things in case it is a little chilly out. Although one year it was 55 degrees. And then with all the fixins, and then we'll have some cookies and other desserts that they can enjoy. And while they're in there, they can peruse, it'll be about 25 auction items that they can look at. And some of those they can actually, I see bidding has already commenced online because it's all silent auction. And that's actually through a site called 32 Auctions. And most of the Facebook postings that I do has a little QR code that they can click on to go in there and start bidding, or else they can go to the website, but it's 32auctions.com.
Okay. Are there a couple auction items you'd like to highlight today?
Boy, I was visiting with you. I know you're a sports guy and always have been, and I am too. One of our donors has season tickets to Notre Dame football, and he has generously donated 4 tickets to next year, September 20th, 2025, game versus Purdue, a Big Ten opponent. So I think that'll be fun. And we throw in some gas cards with that as well, so people can get over there and enjoy the game and come back. And this year, Northern Illinois University has also jumped in and offered 4 tickets to a men's basketball game, along with some food over at Portillo's. And so there's sports packages. There's a getaway to a condo down in Lake of the Ozarks. Jewelry is on there from Neckers, so a lot of folks that advertise with you have generously donated to us.
Again, visiting with Mick Welding. Talk a little bit about the foundation, Mick, and the importance of the foundation to the hospital.
Gary, this is actually our 13th year since the foundation was founded, and it has been such a joy to serve on that and kind of lead that, because the funds that are generated through this event, through our May wine and beer tasting over at the Eagle Point Lodge, and other events and donations from people, we've been able to give a $1.5 million to our last expansion that we just completed. And believe it or not, December 5th, we're breaking ground again for another expansion. I didn't think I'd see one, again, till I crossed the finish line, but we're going to do it again. The business has been really good. We've been seeing a lot of new patients, attracted a lot of new doctors. So we're going to build 22 new exam rooms and some doctor's offices and a procedure room for Dr. Maddox to be able to do colonoscopies and endoscopies. So here we go again. It's going to go to the south. It'll be a two-level addition. You kind of drive in actually into a parking garage, take an elevator up to what is currently our main floor now. But it's exciting.
It is exciting. And, Morrison Community Hospital, you attract not only in the Morrison area, but a wide area. And I know there are probably people from Clinton who come over.
There are. And, Dr. Maddox came over, and he has had a long time footprint here in Clinton. And it's fun for me living in Clinton for 20 years to be able to see some familiar faces, And Dr. Fouad as well does some knee surgeries, as he did mine, and shoulders, and Dr. Yeager. So we have a lot of specialists. Dr. Cody was over here for a while, our ear, nose, and throat guy. And so, they do come over, and we see some. In fact, last year I wrote a grant, and the grant asked, what's the economic impact in your community? And we discovered we run a report by zip code, and it shows you all the people coming from zip code. Just the over 50 number of patients coming, 28 zip codes, 58,000 people. So the numbers are astounding. I thought I knew a lot of people, but there's people coming that I've never met, Gary.
That is good to hear. Again, thank you so much for taking time to come on over and visit with us. Just again, wrap up on the Foundation's 4th annual holiday tour of homes. What do we need to know?
Hey, one thing I might offer, Gary, is if anybody calls me at the hospital at 815-772-5510, I'll actually give them 2 free tickets, to our event. And so they can leave a message to do that. But $15 tickets, they can go purchase those at the hospital or from our friend Rich Chris or online. Now, the ticket sales are on a website called Eventbrite, EVENTBRITE.com, and search for Tour of Homes. $15 tickets, that's not a bad price. Come over, you can enjoy 5 homes, plus the Donnybrook in Morrison is also opening up their facility to let you tour. That's a restaurant.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the Donnybrook Corner.
It's beautiful. It's a cafe, and it's right on Main Street across from City Hall. And Shelley there is an amazing baker, and she's also very gifted in design. And she's going to decorate her place, have all of her employees wear Christmas costumes, that type of thing. And she's also going to have the B&B above her also decorated for people to go through that as well. So 4 homes. And I might just add, one of the homes is Sue Ellen Gerard's house, and that woman is a gifted quilt maker. She has won national awards and international awards for the quilts she makes, and she makes a lot of them for the Wounded Warriors program. She's actually going to have a Christmas quilt on the machine being made while people go through her home and demonstrating other quilts as well. So that should be attractive to a lot of people who love quilts.
So again, you are offering 2 free tickets to the tour. All they have to do is give you a call.
Just call, leave.
815-772-5510. 5510.
Yep.
Should they maybe give you about a half hour to get over to there?
Oh, they can leave a message.
They can leave a message.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, great to see you. Thank you again so much for coming over.
Gary, we appreciate your support and promoting our hospital as well.
All right. Let's check the weather now. It's brought to you by